Go! First ride! Yeah. Not too difficult. Oh, we're back! So I've been at this Buddhist monastery for about 2 weeks now, here in Gonda, in Austria. And it's been eye-opening. I've had a chance to encounter Buddhism, quite an extreme version of it here. But nonetheless, the underlying principles are so powerful and very different to what I'm used to with Western philosophy and religion. They talk a lot about letting go, about accepting, about detachment, which is interesting because you accept, you allow like an emotion to flow through you and just kind of observe it, acknowledge it, give it some space to breathe, rather than the sort of pursuit of perfection we have in Western psychology. This idea that we could be perfect, or there's sort of this ideal, whereas Buddhism's much more balanced, much more open, and from that position of openness they encourage compassion and opening your heart and just allowing the world to be. It's not struggling against it, which is quite a Taoist philosophy, I guess. I'm really excited to learn more. I mean, even just allowing some emotions to flow in after an hour of meditation or such. I feel like I'm noticing stuff about myself already. I mean, I've undoubtedly got attachment problems. You know, I grab things and I squeeze until it hurts. I think perhaps when I was younger, I didn't really know what to expect from parents and carers, and that will have changed how I relate to the world. It's kind of difficult to acknowledge that. I think the big one for me was I had a dream about someone that had injured themselves and then didn't really want help, and I empathise with that so much. You know, if I've got a problem, I'm unlikely to tell someone about it and get the help I need. But yeah, in this dream I was kind of watching this other person showing off and then injuring themselves, which I later realised was undoubtedly the sort of proud, show-off ego persona I've got inside of me. And then there was also the caring and protective part of me, which was kind of integrating with that. I had a wonderful few days since, just kind of opening myself up to that recognition that I'm not good at asking for help, and it's not to say that I have to now ask for help. You know, it's more accepting that that's part of me and something I can perhaps slowly move towards adapting. But above all, it's acceptance, it's compassion towards yourself and the world around you, and detachment, not thinking that's permanent. That's the other thing we do in Western psychology, is we think the self is this permanent, stable truth. And it's not, it's impermanent. The whole world is impermanent. The whole world is fragile, like a broken glass, as it says in this wonderful book, if you get a chance to read, Thoughts Without a Thinker. It's a psychoanalyst from a Buddhist perspective. It's wonderful. It talks about, the glass is already broken, but it doesn't mean it's not beautiful, and doesn't make a wonderful sound when it rings, and you can see a rainbow through the light. I really like that, finding the beauty in life without clinging to its permanence. Well, it's the last day here. Tomorrow heading towards Vienna. So thank you, Gonda, it's been a pleasure. But I'm looking forward to getting back on the road and moving on, heading towards the source of Buddhism. Hopefully I'll learn more.
Ooh, merci. Wow, carpets for the bags.
Luxury.
Such a good place.
It's just been dropped in Vienna. Lovely dude drove us all the way from Gonda, me and Juliette. She's now heading to accommodation nearby where she can stay. I'm heading towards a hostel. A gorgeous city, lovely to be back here. Stopped at McDonald's, got some food, got some drinks, and yeah, next step, hostel. Been just sat in the hostel and I've been itching to get stoned. Don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just about time, bit of rest and recuperation. So, been texting people and no luck. Went for a wander. Pretty quickly, probably 10 minutes later, found some geezers smoking up. Asked to buy some and got a bit ripped off, you know, just a little nug, but ça c'est la vie. Inspirational dude on the tube just then. 0 fucks given, just dancing it out. A little bit fucked, but inspirational nonetheless. Another knock on of this attempting to be compassionate. So I'm trying to not judge people or places or ideas or thoughts even. Just kind of stepping back from them, letting them be. And it looks like I'm having a bit more faith in people, not really second guessing, just asking directions, trust in myself to trust in the world to support me if I rely on it. These guys are going to trash me. Do you need a card? Just managed to buy this new jumper. Finally found someone to give the old one to.
Also 5 Minuten noch, warm und dann.
Check it out, got snow. It's been a few days in Vienna now, staying with a friend. Just heading to the palace, this is the last day we're going to be here. Going to see some museums and then head towards Budapest. But it's an amazing city, probably my favourite so far. It's much nicer than Lyon even. Just so much culture, all diverse age groups and food and yeah, gorgeous architecture. It's a stunning city. I'll show you some more today probably. But here with the Kraken, Schlaken, can't even get close. It's a hot dog with cheese in it. It's really good. I'm a shit vegetarian. This is the suburbs of Vienna. The centre of the city is huge, majestic, grand. Then there's a lot of culture, sort of second-hand clothes shops and vintage stores. Loads of food and vegan, vegetarian, street art type of vibes on the slightly outer edge of the centre, where my mate lives and I'm staying. And then yeah, this is first time this far out, but apparently en route to a palace, so it doesn't really fit with the current scenes. It's Opera House. We just left Raf's house. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Excited to try hitchhiking again. It's going to be interesting trying it with someone else and trying to explain the ropes. I guess there's probably going to be a bit more embarrassment, you know, if there's someone there watching me. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be easier, in fact, with a girl. I know it'll be easier. Here we are.
Hey!
With Juliette. We're on our way to the first spot today. It's a bit of a walk, I think about half an hour from here. But worthwhile. Hopefully it'll be a good spot. We'll find out soon. Check out, pretty dream spot. Got plenty of space, plenty of time, plenty of cars. Should happen quickly. Go! First ride. Not too difficult. Oh, went back a little bit now. Got all our things. Okay. I'll give you my bag if that's okay. So, Bruh. Nur die Hand, ja. So just crossed the border into Hungary. Got a new spot here. Juliette's holding it down.
Hey, hey.
Had our McDonald's and ready to rumble. Too easy. All the way to Budapest. Wow. Ready. Budapest! Great hostel, coffee included. Wow. Levels. Oh, that's way too hot.
It's way too hot.